Tell me how this all got started.
Well, my name is David Richards, and I'm from Ontario, Canada, but I live in Nevada, USA. Now, if you know these two places, the first thing you know is that there are stark ecological differences between them. I grew up in a land of forests and lakes, of creeks and rolling farmers' fields. And living in southern Nevada, to me, was akin to living on the surface of Mars.
The surface of Mars?
Yeah, the surface of Mars. I certainly never intended on staying. Las Vegas was a foolish, temporary adventure that was just momentarily occupying my time. And then I met her. In fact, I kept meeting her over and over until I finally clued in. 1 year later, Brittany and I were married. It was always my intention to return to my home and native land with her, but Brittany was born and raised in Nevada, and she loves the place. And I loved her enough to stay. So there I was, far from the land that I loved, but with the woman that I loved. Secretly, I hoped that one day, with time, the two of them would come together. But in the meantime, I couldn't help but compare Canada and Nevada. Water versus no water. Cool lakeshore breezes versus the infamous blow-dryer hot wind. And greenery and life versus... At one point, it was mentioned that I may not be really giving Nevada a chance, and I think that was a fair critique. So, a few years ago, I resolved to not say anything negative about Nevada for 1 full year, and go and explore it. And that's exactly what I did. I'm here. And I need to go. Alright, so I was over there. There. And now, I began to search out the beauty in the desert in an attempt to make Nevada my home too. I'm literally on the loneliest road in America right now, Highway 50. Do you want to see what it looks like? That's what it looks like. I've been driving an hour. Rear view mirror, same thing. As I looked closer, I noticed that it wasn't quite the wasteland that I had been characterizing it as. It was full of life, extreme survivors, specialists at making the best of what they had, something I'd have to become myself. A short time into my adventures, Brittany told me that she was pregnant. I had always wanted to be a dad, and I was incredibly excited. But I also had just made this public declaration and commitment to Nevada. With a baby on the way, I knew I was going to have to pick up a second job. So I figured that that second job would also have to help me keep my promise to Nevada. So I was interviewed and hired as an outdoor educator for REI. This was a serendipitous find. This job opened up an entire community to me that I didn't even know existed. Pretty soon I was volunteering for trail work and leading people on hikes, teaching them about navigation and how to survive in the desert, just like those amazing organisms I had discovered, just like me. On my days off, I went into overdrive and tried to squeeze in as much Nevada exploration as I could. I went to places I had never imagined going, and I even found some places that seemed rather familiar to me. In my flurry to see as much as I could before the baby came, I even took a very pregnant wife with me, where we both slept miserably in the car, just so I could hike the Shoshones. She stayed home on the next trip, but 4 days into my 7-day adventure, I had a vivid nightmare that she was going into labor as I was sleeping on the side of a northern Nevada mountain. I was, at that very moment, sleeping on the side of a northern Nevada mountain. So I packed up in the dark, summited the peak, and hiked out by sundown. Drove through the night and got home by sunup, thankfully, to a still pregnant wife. I didn't go on any more long adventures. I didn't want her to feel alone or to have that baby without me. A few weeks later, Phoenix was born, and he was perfect. I loved that little sack of meat, and I loved her all the more for making him. During Brittany's maternity leave, we did the math, and it turned out that we would do better financially if I stayed with Phoenix while she returned to work. So I kept my weekend job with REI and took care of my son the rest of the time. People called me a stay-at-home dad. I hated that. I was a dad. I was fulfilling a role that my family needed. If you looked at my camera roll, it was Nevada and Phoenix. And Nevada or Phoenix. It was only natural that the two came together.
Alright, so here I am in the house, trying to get the baby boy accustomed to his new toy. Well, our new toy, let's be honest. The backpack. Wow. Up the stairs.
I established Walkabout Wednesdays, and Phoenix and I began exploring Nevada in tandem, and we went all over.
Look in that bag. Yeah, look in there. I bet you there's some more snacks in there you could bring me. Diaper. Try again. There's some water if you want some water. Nice. That's a good find.
I don't really know how this happened, but I was asked to represent Nevada's public lands and go and speak to members of Congress in Washington, D.C., and Phoenix came with me. I didn't tell them I was Canadian, by the way. I began to notice that where we were mattered a whole lot less than being there together. And of course, always coming home to her. Our adventures to spread out beyond Nevada.
What do you think, baby?
And sometimes Mom would come along too. Phoenix is the best travel companion. He's always saying hi to passersby or singing a little baby hiker's shanty.
No way, really?
And when we get back to the house or tent, he sleeps so hard. If he makes it that far.
Ooh. That's not bad, eh, Phoenix? Phoenix? He's out.
As he has grown, it's been amazing to see the world through his eyes. He has taught me to see Nevada and the world at large in a new light and to recognize it for the absolute wonder that it is.
What do you think, baby? I know.
Every place is a new adventure. Every encounter a discovery.
Nicely done, Phoenix.
Every boulder surmounted a victory.
Nice.
I want to foster his curiosity and help him understand and respect the things around him. I think if I can teach him to respect a desert creature, or a plant, or appreciate a rock etched with petroglyphs, I think he can be a force for good in the world, and bring that understanding and respect with him back into our community and beyond. I know that one day I won't be here. I need to prepare him for that day, so that he can walk on his own and carry his own load and embark on his own adventure. Look, I know I'm not free climbing some impossible rock face or setting land speed records. I'm just a dad walking in interesting places with my son. But I don't think that great things need to necessarily be great big things. They can be great little things. In fact, we have another great little thing on the way. Phoenix is going to have to make some room in that backpack. What do you think, Phoenix? Should we show him everything?
More.
Show him more?
Yes.
You got it. Get your boots.
More.
Come here, you handsome devil. As for Nevada, it's a mysterious and beautiful place. But no matter how well I get to know it, I think it will always feel foreign to me. And I know I will always have the maple leaf embossed upon my heart. I guess what I'm trying to say is, my name is David Richards, and I'm from Ontario, Canada. And I live in a mystical place called Nevada. But my home isn't found in geography. It's here. And here. Here. And here. Wherever they are.
Say hi, Dad.